Good evening, of course. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you might be watching. We are live and we are back in our studios in Farato. This is Atlantic Sport 360 Light with me, myself, Big Sam International. And of course, as I always will tell you, we definitely located in the little smiling coast of Africa, the Gambia, of course, West Africa, and the western region side of Gambia, Farato, where our studios are located. Well, thank you so much. Back again, Sport 360 Light. And of course, we bring you the best of sports platforms in the studios and outside coverage too. And of course, Atlantic TV, as we always said, we're the TV revolution. All right. Today, in our today's Sports 360 Light, once again, it's not a guest to this program, but he's back again, and I'm very happy to welcome him back again. And this is no other than Mr. Abdou Karim Sey, of course, of Gambia Senior Secondary School Sports Association, the director of competition, like you said, the chairman. Mr. Sey, welcome to Sport 360 Light again on Atlantic TV.
Yeah, thank you so much, Big Sam. And once again, thanks for the invitation to Sports 360 at Atlantic TV in the hearts of Farato.
Thank you so much. I think I've done a little bit justice of introducing, but first and foremost, introduce yourself to the audience again and your portfolio at Gambia Senior Secondary School Sport Association.
Yeah, I am Abdou Karim Sey. I am the chairman of competitions for school sports. That includes the primary along with the secondary school sports competitions, under the office of the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education.
Well, that is it. That's Mr. Abdou Karim Sey for you, of course, as he highly said. But this time around, Mr. Sey, please, I used to call him my international mark back in the days in FMB radio station, where we kick-started, so we've been together for a while again. And then we have another wonderful one, which we will be coming again for another beautiful one in Basse. But before that, a little bit about Mr. Karim Sey, just a little bit about, to my audience.
Well, thank you so much, Big Sam. Once again, I am Abdou Karim Sey, born and bred in Banjul, resident of Brikama for many years now. I am a teacher by profession, head teacher for that matter. I am a teacher unionist. I am the chairman of the GTCCU Board of Directors. That's Abdou Karim. I am also a sports coordinator. I've been in so many sports. I have been the football administrator of a schools for 8 years. And I am now also a member of the Gambia National Olympic Committee Board of Directors, likewise also serving at the Gambia Athletic Association.
Wow, that's Mr. Abdou Karim Sey. A very good portfolio there, huh? The CV is rich. Thank you, my international man. Mr. Sey, we're going to talk about strictly the 2025 Inter-Schools Championship, which was a historic moment, one of the farthest part in the Gambia, where the competition, the final was held, another decentralized, another way for Gambia Senior Secondary School Sport. But before then, the presser was called before the kickstart of the 2025, which is a press conference. And in this press conference, there were some of the changes that were added in the intro. Can you take us through to that press conference, and especially some of the changes that I know last year we have, but this also we have some of the changes or some of the new things that has come in?
Well, factually, yes, we had a press conference. It's a tradition that every year or every time we're starting our competition, we'll bring the media together and inform the media of what we are up to. And the expectation, because with the media, we will rely on the media, because the media will be able to relay the message to reach to people who we cannot reach. That's the result of the press conference. This time around, we all know we were going to the forest region, that is Basse, for the first time as far as our decentralization is concerned. Farafenni have tested it. Botrop also have tested it twice. And this time around we were going to Basse, so it was quite important to bring the media together and inform the media about the expectations in Basse. Yes, there were a lot of changes in terms of our competitions, in terms of medaling. This time we were using the medal point system to determine the winner, unlike previous years when we will look at the points only and determine the winner. So the medal point system was used, introduce this time around. We have already introduced the mixed relays since last year, where you have male and female participating in the relay event. Those are the opportunities, and some of the other opportunities that we had was our schools. We are separated this time around. Previously we have schools that are called upper and senior combined together under one administration. This time around they were split in most of the schools. 99% of the schools that were together. You have, for example, like Brikama. Let me say Brikama. Brikama used to have Brikama upper and senior school. Now you have Brikama upper. You also have Brikama senior school. So both of them two different administrations. So that has also widened our competition this year. So that when you talk about Brikama upper, you will also talk about Brikama senior secondary school. So yes, both of them competing.
Okay.
So the number of schools competing in the upper basic have increased. The number of schools also competing in the senior schools have also increased. If you can see the fact in Basse, the number of schools that were present in the final, over 200 schools were with us in Basse. That shows you how competitive this year the competition was. So the decentralization was very good because it has increased the athlete pool. Like for example, if you have schools that were upper and senior combined, the school decides to participate in the senior school competition. So those in the upper will still continue to participate in the senior school. But if you separate them now, you are giving them the responsibility now. Each of them will have to participate in the competitions that are expected to compete. So we have more athletes coming out to show their talent this year. That's why there are change in terms of winners, in terms of competition. You can see many schools coming out to showcase their talent this year.
That's right. Well, thank you so much for that wonderful clarification after the pressure. And also, before we talk about the hits, can you guide us through, because there were last year the regions that were competing, and this year there are some other regions that have been split into two, or kind of. Can you take us through to the regions that the schools were?
Absolutely. We were previously having the region 6, that is URR, region 5 South and region 5 North coming together to have their own hits.
Okay.
But with the interventions of region 5 North coming now as a region of itself, you also have Kombu East and Fonyi combined, which is called region 2 East.
Okay.
So the regions are now expand.
Okay.
So we have now 8 administrative school regions.
Okay.
So compared to previously.
So then URR Basse was there.
Exactly.
Then we have Bansang.
Absolutely.
And then we have Kaur in the other side.
Exactly.
Then we have NB, that is North Bank.
North Bank, we have LRR.
LRR.
All right.
Okay,
we have
North Bank LRR. Yes.
Yes, exactly.
Then we have West Coast, region 2 East, and 2 West.
Then region 1.
And then the region 1.
Which is combined of Banjul and KM.
Okay. Okay.
That is what happened.
Okay.
So as administrative regions, they have their own regional, operations.
Okay.
So all the regional directories wanted to see their regions competing.
Okay.
So you must give them the benefit of the doubt. As a result, we make sure that we separate the activity now. So that previously when you have region 6, 5 North and South joining, they all do it separately. So that brings in now 2 regions competing in a particular weekend concurrently because of the situation that we find ourselves.
Okay.
It was only region 4 who still joined with region 3, but we understood very well that to have the football standard in region 4, for them to organize their own competition was challenging, but we are optimistic that by next year Tahir will have a better field.
Okay.
So region 4 will also be able to have their own activity in region 4 rather than joining with region 3 in Farafenni. So that will now give us the 8 regions competing
for it.
Yeah.
All right, that is it. A reminder that you're watching Atlantic TV Light, the home of TV Revolution. And of course, it's Sport 360 Live with me, myself, Bakari Mane, aka Big Sam, with Mr. Abdou Karim Sey, chairman, of course, competition Gambia Senior Secondary School, call them school sport. Mr. Sey, let's talk about the hits. In preparation for the finals. It was done on all regions, like we said, in Basse, in Kaur, in Bansang, etc. How successful or how does this hits go?
Well, once again, it was a test for us because we were used to bringing regions together.
Okay.
Like 3 region 6,
okay.
5 north, 5 south, and 3 and 4 combined. And there was nothing like region 2 east. That was West Coast.
Okay.
So we were testing the water this time around with the new change. But we can see, Alhamdulillah, that the events went successfully. Okay. There are some challenges along the way. What we know, we can address some of those challenges. But what is important is the competition aspect of it. Have gone successfully in all these regions. Region Basse was doing it together with Bansang.
Okay.
That is region 6, or CRR and CRR South and URR.
Okay.
Then the following week we have Farafenye doing it with region 5 North, that is Kaur.
Okay.
And then we have Brikama.
That's where LRR joined the Farafenye.
That's where LRR joined Farafenye.
Okay.
Then for Brikama it was only Brikama alone. Brikama, that is region 2 West, yes. Where you have the biggest schools, the larger number of schools. So they have their separate week. Then finally we have to bring in Abuko and the region 2 East, doing it on the same weekend, based on the number of schools that are within these 2 regions. And it was keenly. There was keen competition. There was keenly competitions in all the regions. You have seen it in the finals when we all assembled. So it was not easy. There was no school or region that dominated the track and the field events altogether. At some point there must be challenges somewhere. You will expect another school to come out and show face. We have seen the likes of the Samasang boy in the 5,000 meters going around all the athletes. Abdullah did it in grand style and around everybody. So there are a lot of talents in our schools, and these are the opportunities where the athletes can show their talents.
Yes. Oh, most definitely we've seen talents at its best. And of course, yes, Mr. Sey will once again inform you, because I'm part of the media team, thanks to our main man, Nani Si, Jara, Sise, Iba, and all the boys out there. That was a very good. And this was so interesting. We talked about medal system, but I want you to clear to that the medal, the point system was used in the hits, and that's where it stops. When we went to Bache, it was a medal system. How was that? It was the qualifiers or the timing that you were trying to do in the hits? Well,
actually, with regards to medal, use of medals to determine a winner, there are different formats. Okay. Right? One format of it is the gold medal is valued. Okay. The schools that have more gold medals become the winner. If you are tied in the gold medal, the next school, you look at the silver medals. Okay. This one that have the highest will be the winner. Okay. If they are also tied on the silver, you look at the bronze medal. That is the natural aspect of it. That is what happened even at World Athletics, World Olympic Games in Paris. They were using that.
Diamond Leagues and
they are all using that. But this time, at our level, we are trying to blend the two now. Okay. Right? Making it, testing the water of what happened when you are to bring in the medal along with the points. So if Big Sam got a gold medal for a particular school, that gold medal is scored 6 points. The gold medal is scored 6 points.
6 points.
The athlete who have silver medal, the silver medal is scored 4 points.
4 points, okay.
The bronze medal is given 2 points.
2 points.
So as a result, the total number of gold medal you have is multiplied by 6. The total number of bronze medal you have is multiplied by 4. Okay. The total number of bronze medal you have is multiplied by 2. Exactly. That determines now who wins the event. Because at that point you are also looking at if Big Sam registered, for example, if Big Sam have 45 or qualifiers. Okay. All right. In my team, I only have maybe 2 qualifiers
Okay.
or 3 qualifiers.
Yeah.
And I am able to take my 3 athletes to qualify.
Okay.
And all of them win 3 gold medals.
3 gold, exactly.
Big Sam, regardless of your 45 qualify, your 45 cannot give you 3 gold medals.
Yeah.
You may have 2 medals.
Okay.
My 3, with only taking 3 athletes,
Exactly.
I would have become the champion than you.
Exactly.
Right? That
Because of
we
the gold.
going by what is given at Olympic level.
Olympic, that's how
Level.
But at the regional hits, it was only points.
It was only points. That was only points. Nobody else was giving medal points.
Yes, at the regional hits, it was the point that was that were looked at, because all the regional hits, it was the points.
Yeah.
The school with the highest points come and the qualifiers, etc. But when, like he's explaining, when we went to the final, the points don't matter, although they matter, but it's the medal that matters at the end of the day. So, but the hits was a huge success, right?
Very well, very well, very well. It was a success in the heats because we were using only points, the natural points that we use to determine the winners.
Okay.
Right. So, what in the final we start using the medals.
The medal table.
It was the medal that decided the point.
See, people, we have a very vigorous media work that we do live and all that. Our media team, although we are only 4 plus 95, we did everything and everybody was prepared. It was all about the farthest region in the Gambia. First time the decentralized is going to go to Basse. How was the preparation all like? Because it was a huge one that all eyes were on Basse. This is what we were saying before we talk about the final itself. How was the preparation from your end and your guys to Basse for the first time?
Well, absolutely. Like you said, it was the first time going to the forest.
Yeah.
There were a lot of ambience, not only from the organizing committee, all right, but also to the schools that were participating.
Exactly.
Some of the athletes, it was an opportunity for them to travel to Basse. Some of them have never crossed maybe the greater Banjul. You know, so some of them, they are in Region 3 or North Bank or in LRR, they've never gone to Basse. We have seen elderly people, teachers who have never even gone to Basse. So the ambience was so large that everybody was interested in going. So with that magnitude of people showing their interest in going, we had to prepare ourselves better. We thank the people of URR, the first place, for taking ownership, because we have a local organizing committee, LOC in Region 6. From the governor, the authorities that are in Basse, they also take responsibility of hosting. They make sure that they spend their resources in leveling the playing field, that is the ground. They have used graders to make sure that they grade the place.
Exactly.
To level the ground and everything, because they accepted ownership of hosting the country in Basse, which they did, and it went successfully. So that all those things have also contributed. If the governor and his team in Basse did not take ownership, then we would have get some challenges. But they have already taken ownership. The regional education office have also taken ownership of this event. So the Koba Kunda upper and senior schools, that even though they are contestants, but they are also taking ownership of the event by hosting the schools in their own school campus. You know, and so life was so easy for us to make sure that we organize the competition, right? So it was amazing. We are also fortunate that in our educational region, Region 6, which is the heart of Basse, also was hosting the coordinating committee meeting, the CCM, what we call the CCM. This coordinating committee meeting comes every 2 months in every region, where from the minister, all those sectors that are responsible of education will come on a 5-day meeting to review how education is being run in this country. What are the challenges and what are the solutions? So we are fortunate, all of them were also going to Basse. And this was an opportunity for them to also witness the capacity, the magnitude of how senior schools national finals are hosted. So that will also give them the opportunity to know this is what is happening. How do we do to solve X, Y, and Z? You know, at the primary school independent, the permanent secretary, the minister, they were all excited with the primary school activity at Serekunda West Park. And that came as a result of the change of dates of the inter-school finals in Basse. We should have closed on the 23rd on Sunday.
Exactly.
But they advised us to extend to Monday, so that if you also travel on Sunday and come, and Monday being the opening of the CCM, they will all converge to the stadium and see what is, and that is exactly what they did. I understand they closed by 2:30, and the PS asked all of them. They all came in their large numbers to witness the final, and it was so exciting.
It was so exciting, together with the minister.
Exactly.
The road to Basse, sponsor-wise or help-wise from any of, who do you think, like this, Kuleng Gunge, you know, Jumalal Dandang, some of, you know, I know it is costly, and then transports, you know, hotel, you know, feeding, etc.
It was very costly.
Okay.
At the beginning, when before we go, we're trying to look for sponsors.
Okay.
But time was not there for the sponsors to come. As a result, the Gambia Secondary School Sports Association was the primary sponsor of the entire activity that took place in Basse, in terms of accommodating the officials, in terms of feeding the officials, and feeding some of them to Basse and returning them back. The ministry has done everything possible to enable the environment, all right, to make sure that everything is put in place, to make sure that the events they carry on as expected. They also provided the security, because the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education have that partnership with or MOU with the Office of the IGP in terms of coverage of school sports activity, which we also have to thank the Office of the IGP. Because security was provided throughout during the regional heats and also going to the final. You know, even have some paramilitary who were spending the night at the stadium. Even though at least we are not staying at the stadium, but they were staying at the stadium to protect the stadium. They were also staying at the school to protect the athletes. And they also come and service at the field to make sure that there is smooth movement of people going in and out in the stadium. So there was a lot of engagements. But in terms of partnership, in terms of sponsorship, there was no sponsorship going to Basse. But we are hopeful that the ministry, it's in consultation with partners, and very soon they'll provide partners for the secondary school.
That was amazing, and I think this is so good. Like I said, the media also, we did our quota, we did everything possible to be there, and then to make sure that we have these online meetings and online live program to make sure that with the help of our boss Nani C, thank you the team. So we were there, and then there was a very befitting coverage out there. It was amazing. It was extraordinary out there in Basse. Though the climate is a bit not favorable, but then around 12, 1, 2, 3, it's so hot, but then later on it comes down. So, and the atmosphere is good, the lodging, the feeding, everything was fine. Now the finals, the great final, where the Honorable Minister was there, and everybody, and all the schools, all the dignitaries at that fateful Monday at Basse Mini Stadium. How do you call it? High level, whatever, Mini Stadium. The final. The record, I mean, let's say the record breaking or the historic final of the secondary school sport at the farthest region in Basse on that fateful Monday, Mr. C.
Absolutely. The final was so excited. That was the competitions everybody was waiting for. But if you talk about 100 meters, there are categories of 100 meters. In the upper basic school, we have the under 15, but we also have these open boys and girls. And all these athletes, they competed in their respective regions. In Basse, it was to decide who is the fastest in any category, or who is the one that jump higher than in any high jumps, or the one who can also do triple and long jump, and who will go far and throw higher. So it was a competition that is very, very excited, because everybody want to go into records that you are the best athletes in the country as far as that event is concerned. So it was so excited, and we have seen the athletes demonstrating that. And so we need to congratulate those who are fortunate to be on that medal table podium, to make sure they are first, second, and third. So competitions are not easy. You know, in the regional heats, we have seen outstanding athletes who also came to the final and showed their talents. But we have also created a forum where not all the 8 athletes comes from Region 1 and Region 2.
Exactly.
We have created the opportunity because we have semi-finals and finals.
That was interesting.
And in the semi-finals and finals, we divided into groups.
Exactly.
So the 3 athletes that qualify from Region 1 will join with the 4 athletes that qualify from Region 2 West, where you have the many schools. So you have 7 athletes. Then we take one of the Region 5, that is Region 5 North, which is a new one, to be part of the 8 of that zone in terms of the semi-final. While the Region 3, the Bansang, the Basse, they also have, so that at least in the finals, you will have 3 athletes from the province to appear in the final race. And that was created to allow those things to happen. We avoided everything possible to see that the 3 athletes from Region 1 and the 4 athletes from Region 2 West having 7 in the final. You know, and only one from outside the regions. So the grouping was done in the way to make sure that there is a level playing field for all the athletes countrywide, to make sure that they are represented in the finals. And that is what actually happened, and it makes things lively. We also want to thank the Gambia National Olympic Committee. They came with 3 trophies to support the process. One of the trophies was the one given to the senior secondary school winner. This other trophy was given to the upper basic school winner, and the 3rd trophy was given to St. George's Fans Club, which was the best fans club. So this is how the trophies were also distributed. You know, so it was so amazing. I think all of us who gathered in Basse have learned something. That this final is something that we could all come together next year and make it bigger. And hopefully, if the stadium is ready, it could be a different one.
I can't wait to see that.
Be a different one.
I can't wait to see these boys and girls putting on the spikes, on the tracks. They will be flying. I saw athletes that run like, I don't know, hyena or leopard. I cannot. But if those athletes with the stadium, to be honest, the government or whoever, we definitely want this thing. If you see these guys with the spike and on the track at the Independence Stadium, it's going to be awful. And also by here, I think I must also thank the media committee on the leadership of Nani, because also they also go ahead to get some funding from, or some stuff from the ex-athletes who definitely Nani present on behalf of
absolutely.
That the best 100 meters, 200 meters, the bag with books and etc. So that was also amazing from our end. Thank you so much. It was all there. And Mr. C, can you give us at least the 3 winners from both senior secondary school and upper basic schools? Or you want to say something before that?
It was a keenly contested events. Like you said, we have brought in the champions in Basse. Everybody who went to Basse was a champion in his or her region. And in these competitions, we have Latrikunda Sabiji in the senior secondary school has the highest number of qualifiers. All right. You also have Farafenye. You have then Mahat. With number of qualifiers. In secondary schools competitions, the school that have the highest number of qualifier is always seen as a threat of being the winner of the competition. But where the difference comes, you can see it in the competitions when athletes run. Latrikunda Savage has the best number of qualifiers ahead of Mahat. All right, but why Mahat is the winner? That will be the $1 million question. If Mahat has 34 qualifiers, Latrikunda have 37 qualifiers or 38 qualifiers, you expect Latrikunda to win the event. Right? Meaning Latrikunda Sabi, as the one with the highest, must make sure that he does not go beyond second in any event the school comes in. Then you maintain the standard. But if you go beyond third, you are reducing your standard. But we have also seen some schools that came out that has the talents more than some schools that have the highest number of qualifiers.
That's how it is.
In the senior secondary school, Mahat came first.
Mahat came first in the senior
secondary school.
Okay.
Right, they came out first.
Okay.
Latrikunda Sabi came Plazas came second. And the defending champion Jamisa came third. You see, why should somebody see Mahat being the winner? Yeah. Mahat has less number of qualifiers if you compare them to Latrikunda Sabi.
Exactly.
But in terms of quality athletes, Mahat has the best quality athletes than the opponent, and that is what pays dividend. If you look at the running event, they dominated the girls' events.
They were goal.
They were dominating the girl events. So the boys, they share the points with them. So eventually they become the winner.
And in the
upper basic school is Mansakoli.
Another new one, surprising.
Mansakoli for the first time. They go on top of the table. Presentations and others used to dominate. So presentation is second.
Presentation comes second.
Second, and Abuko was third. So this way I keenly condemn the new convener who has won twice and expect to win the treble, failed to be among the top three. They came out first. That's new convener.
So Basse was a history.
Very.
Senior secondary school, you have Mahat, Latrikunda Saviji Plazas and Jamisa. Senior secondary school, Mansakoli Bojam presentation and Abuko. Mr. C, before we go, what is the most important, because time is already not on our side, what is the most important message you want to send across, if you like your final one?
Well, absolutely. We want to thank our schools, parents of the athletes, for trusting their athletes to go away, particularly those in the greater Banjul here. Sometimes it's difficult to travel, parents to allow their children to travel, especially those in the combos. But this time round, the excitement was there. Everybody went to Basse, and so we want to thank the parents. We also want to thank our education authorities for allowing their schools, guiding their schools, because this time around everybody was involved. The directors, the desk officers, we are all involved, and thanks to the foresight of the permanent secretary and the minister for making sure that all the regional education directorates participate fully to make sure that the schools, they travel. We have seen situations where even schools here goes to GTSC to pay fares for the athletes to travel to Basse. That is an area that we have to learn for tomorrow. That next year, if we are supposed to go to Basse again, despite the stadium is ready, we need to facilitate transportation of our students to travel. And we believe that from now on we have enough time to engage government on those things. Yes.
Mr. C, thank you so much for your time. And
thank you so much.
Just say Ramadan Mubarak. Ramadan Karim to all viewers out there. And like I said, I just want to definitely thank the people, the GNOC, like he said, Mr. Nani and the media team for, and then also of course the sponsors that are the ex-athletes, etc. We thank them so much through that. And also I think our dear lady Maria Makonte also, she always brings some good flowers, and especially for those doing short puts, etc. So we thank her, and then thank the entire executive, of the Gambia Senior Secondary Schools Board. Thank you so much, and I think that was a very good one. Well, thank you so much. This is what I got for you for today, Sunday, until we come next week on this platform. Meanwhile, thanks to Edu right here, Ali, and of course the one and only Rocky B International. On that note, thank you so much, and keep on sporting.